So they're talking about making it look like these drugs do better than they do, getting people to prescribe them. Okay, hold on. Go on. Okay. So basically we're trying to get the media to say is, oh, the drug didn't work because it was designed the wrong way, so they're going to do another study and it'll probably work. And in the meantime, people just prescribe it as an emergency drug. That's what we want the story to be, which is wild to say out loud. And he said the risk of Mpox spreading in the U.S. is very low, and it's almost certainly going to stay among gay men. Yeah, so it's all just, it's supposedly... only like I don't think in America, like I think 4 people have died from it, which is, you got to go hard.
That's it.
You got to go hard. And died from that.
You quit right before they talked about the 10-person sex parties.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. That was when he got busted for having parties during the COVID lockdowns while he was encouraging the lockdowns.
Wow.
So you didn't hear that part?
No.
Oh, so Crowder got him on camera saying that he was doing Molly and partying and saying, I hope somebody doesn't see me doing this because I could get in real trouble because, obviously I reinforced the lockdowns.
Wow. I mean, surprising, but not,
Boy, everybody's eyes have been opened up over the last few years.
No
At least
kidding.
people that are trying to pay attention to how nutty the people are who actually run the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of people are, I mean, it's crazy. It's like everything you knew is just flipped upside down.
It's like a bunch of actors are running it. That's what it's like. Because that's what they're really like. What politicians are like actors are not quite good looking enough to get into movies and television shows. They can't host Entertainment Tonight. But they can read off a teleprompter, and they can do a good... look, Kamala Harris had one good read off a teleprompter, and she shot up in the polls. That's the power of just a performance when you want to believe something. You want to believe.
That's true. I mean, I don't believe anything anymore. I can't.
I was watching this. These guys were breaking down. They can track cell phones. They can figure out whose cell phone was there. They can get metadata. And they were talking about these Kamala Harris rallies, about how organized they are. These people are coming in on buses, and many of them have been to multiple rallies, and that when this one local one, 80% of the people came from somewhere else, and they were all bussed in. And,
how do they know that?
Well, I'll send this to Jamie because this one I actually have. But I think they know it because of you could track data on a phone now.
Oh, they're doing the geofencing stuff?
I don't know exactly how they do it, but they're doing something in which they can tell when your phone has been in an area. Okay, I found this guy's. I found his the other video. Yeah, here, I'll show it to you, Jamie, because it's even grosser hearing it come out of this guy's mouth.
This is an hour-and-a-half video on his YouTube channel that I think it's taken from.
Yeah, but this is the clip. I'm sending you the clip from Instagram for whatever. I don't know if Instagram's hiding it. I don't know what's happening, but
they wouldn't do that.
It's on his Louder with Crowder page. That's why.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. God, I hate looking up things on my phone in the middle of a fucking show, but sometimes you have to. So these guys, what they were showing is that here it is, that people, it's just very organized and people are being bussed in, and is that okay? Is that ethical? I mean, maybe just making it more convenient for them to go to the Kamala Harris rally. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you're organizing crowds, say if you do a game show, if you host a game show, Wheel of Fortune. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Those people are all paid. Most of them, or sometimes you let fans do it for a very popular show. But I have personally been on a lot of shows where the audience is paid. So
interesting.
It's basically like if you're filming a sitcom, you can, and nobody knows what the sitcom is. There's a company that you can hire, and you pay the audience to come in, and the people cheer. They have an applause sign. Everybody cheers. They laugh when you tell them to laugh. There's a guy in the audience that's doing this to them that the people at home don't see. So it's all theater, right? So they could do that same strategy for a political rally.
Yeah.
Easily. If you're talking about all the money you're going to be in control of when you are the president of the United States, which is a spectacular position. Not just that, but then all the money you're going to make in appearances and forever, right? You're going to do Goldman Sachs talks and make $500,000 for no apparent reason. There's so much money involved. You don't think you would pay audiences to come and cheer? That's cheap.
Yeah,
That's cheap.
I don't know. Do you think that's immoral?
Well, I think we have like very loose rules on what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Like there was a lot of outrage because people were saying that ABC somehow or another had gotten the subject matter to Kamala and that they had agreed to Kamala that they were not going to ask her about her DA record when she was in California, and that they were not going to talk about some other person she was involved with that might be in trouble, and they weren't going to fact check her. And then they said they were only going to fact check Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Which is what led to her saying quite a few things that weren't true, and no one said anything about it, particularly about troops being deployed overseas.
Yeah.
Did you see that video where the troops, troops
I
are
saw
like,
it.
what the fuck are you talking about?
I got a really good friend of mine that's deployed in overseas right now. And,
Not according to Kamala Harris.
And he's sniping bad guys over in Africa.
Yeah, how mad would he be if he heard that?
I mean, they're pissed.
I'm not in a war zone.
They're pissed.
They should be pissed. So this is from an Instagram account. I don't know what podcast this clip came from, but let's just play it.
Rally. 5,003 mobile devices at Kamala Harris's rally in Charlotte, North Carolina on Thursday afternoon. It appears over 3,600 came from Georgia, mainly Atlanta, Georgia, and approximately 720 from Savannah, Georgia. So that's a North Carolina rally with almost 80% of the attendees being from Georgia.
After you do the math, that's only 600 or so local people from North Carolina that attended. That's all who shows up, and you're planning to get 80-something million votes again? Something ain't right. And then all these people come from buses, and it's kind of weird because at the Trump events, you don't really have organized buses like that. People just kind of show up and park on their own. But at the Kamala rally, there's just these lines of buses at every event, which is weird. And a lot of the people are also the same people that attend multiple rallies. Can you read those tweets?
Any of the same ones from previous events, because this guy's tracking the cell phones, I guess, and he says 90% have been to 3+ rallies, 54% were even at Arizona and Nevada rallies.
Now,
So
it could be that she is so popular that it's like Swifties. They just follow her around. Or it could be like, the Grateful Dead was in the 1970s. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe she's just so amazing all of a sudden. Maybe Stella got her groove. Something happened and she just kicked into gear and now she's her best self.
Yeah.
Her best self. She's going to be the president.